Okay, let's unpack this. Close your eyes for just a second, maybe, and imagine carrying your own personal sky around you. Not just like a faint shimmer or a nice color effect, but a real living, breathing atmosphere. Always there. And this isn't some static halo thing. Zorrion of Sirius, who's our guide for this deep dive, talks about it as a dynamic, luminous biosphere. And it's deeply connected to your inner world and maybe even more incredibly, to the whole cosmos.
Yeah, what's fascinating here really is how Zorrion's perspective kind of challenges those common mystical ideas. We're diving deep today into the aura or your energetic field. And he presents it not as this vague, ethereal thing, but as a tangible, subtle body of light. It's constantly interacting with, well, pretty much every part of your reality, often in surprising ways.
Right, and these aren't just abstract thoughts to mull over. The insights we're looking at today come from these profound transmissions attributed to Zorrion, and they offer a really powerful and I think practical view on energetic self-care.
Yep.
And crucially, personal sovereignty.
Exactly. Sovereignty is key.
It goes way beyond just feeling good. It's about consciously claiming and, fortifying your own energetic space.
Yeah.
Which is important in a world that can feel pretty overwhelming energetically, right?
Absolutely. So our mission for this deep dive is pretty clear. We're going to unpack what this aura really is, according to Zorrion, and then focus hard on why taking care of it is so essential, especially, and this is important, it's vulnerability after you've done deep personal work or energetic clearing. But most importantly, we'll explore really practical, accessible ways to repair it, seal it, and strengthen your auric field. The goal is to show you how this foundational work can, really transform your day-to-day experience, make you more resilient, clearer, more radiantly present, basically letting you walk through life with this new sense of energetic integrity.
Okay, so let's start with one of Zorrion's most captivating ideas. Your aura as your personal sky. That's not just poetry, is it?
No, not at all.
He calls it a living atmosphere, a luminous biosphere, constantly breathing, shifting, reacting to every single thought, emotion, and tension you have. That points to a really profound active link between our inner state and our sort of energetic boundary.
It absolutely does. Zorrion gives this really vivid picture, doesn't he? He talks about it as a small universe within you, like a tiny ecosystem in this constant, vibrant dialogue with the bigger cosmos.
Yeah.
And that view just completely changes the common idea of an aura. Lots of people see it as just a visual halo, maybe something passive that just is, like a leftover energy signature.
Right, just colors.
Exactly. But Zorrion shows it as active, interactive, always evolving, a core part of your energetic blueprint. It's alive with your essence. A subtle body of light mirroring every layer of you, physical health, deep spiritual hopes, everything. It's always shifting, reflecting your inner world and what's happening outside.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for, navigating daily life. Think about how directly your feelings affect this field. Zorrion says when you feel joy, your whole auric atmosphere lights up, expands like dawn, gets bigger and brighter. But then fear, stress, self-doubt, they can make it contract, get cloudy, almost like storm clouds gathering in your personal sky.
Yeah, a very visual analogy.
And it's not just internal stuff either. The teachings say it's also influenced by bigger cosmic things like solar winds and galactic whispers.
Which is beautiful, really.
It is. It reminds us we're intricately connected to everything, never truly isolated. We are, like Zorrion says, microcosms of the stars, always exchanging energy.
And this constant movement, this interaction where the aura is always twinkling with potential, always exchanging wisdom with the universe, that it really highlights why caring for it isn't some, optional spiritual extra. It's presented as absolutely fundamental and essential practice of energetic self-care. Just like you feed your physical body, this living, breathing energy body needs conscious attention. It needs nourishment.
So if it's always exchanging wisdom, always twinkling with potential, why is the maintenance piece so critical? Why is consciously caring for this energetic threshold so vital for just getting through the day, for interacting with the world?
That's a really important question. Zorrion explains that this living atmosphere is basically the threshold between you and all existence. It's your main dynamic interface with reality. It's where you send out your unique energy signature and where you receive back the energies from the world around you. Think of it like a really sophisticated energetic filter and transmitter.
Okay.
So this continuous exchange means there's a dynamic flow of information, of growth potential, and that makes conscious care absolutely paramount. Without it, that threshold can become porous, right? Leaves you open to energetic interference.
Makes sense.
Like, imagine a beautiful garden, but the gate is rusty and stuck open. Anything can wander in.
Yeah.
Or maybe it gets so overgrown it blocks out the good stuff, the sunlight. It's about maintaining your energetic integrity, making sure the wisdom you exchange is clear, not distorted, so you can walk through life with a strong, clear sense of who you are.
Okay, now let's shift to a specific situation where this auric care becomes really, really important.
Yeah.
What happens after you've done some major inner work? Zorrion explains that after deep healing or releasing old, dense energies, that could be anything, right? Ancient traumas, subtle energetic implants he mentions, even attached entities. Your luminous field naturally opens up. It makes space for new light as the old heavy stuff dissolves. And doing that work takes real courage, facing and releasing that stuff.
It really does. And in those big moments of transformation, your aura becomes, well, sensitive and fully open. Zorrion uses this vivid image, the field flickering like new skin exposed to open air. It really highlights how permeable it is, how easily impressed upon. Just like new skin, raw and vulnerable, it needs gentle recalibration and careful attention. It's much more delicate than usual.
And just to clarify, when Zorrion talks about energetic implants, he means...
Right, good point. He describes them not as physical things, but as these residual, lower frequency energy patterns or beliefs. They can get subtly lodged in your field, kind of influencing thoughts or feelings without you realizing.
Okay.
And attached entities refers to, essentially, disembodied energies that might connect to an aura if it's porous, often unintentionally. But they can lead to feelings of being drained or disoriented.
Got it. So this openness is a natural result of shedding old energetic armor, making room for higher frequencies.
Exactly.
But this openness, while it lets in floods of new light, which sounds great, it also carries this specific, often missed risk. After cleansing, Zorrion teaches, the veil between your inner world and the external vibrations thins dramatically. You might feel this extraordinary openness, like your boundaries have just stretched out or vanished.
Yeah.
Light pours in where darkness was, which is wonderful, obviously. But that same openness means unprotected, foreign energies can also pass through these same doors.
It's definitely a double-edged sword. Huge capacity for light, but also vulnerability.
And Zorrion warns specifically about something he calls re-entry wounds.
Yes, he's very clear on this.
Yeah.
He defines these as the energetic shock, the vulnerability that happens when a newly expanded sensitive aura bumps up against dense or jarring external energies before its protective weave has fully reformed.
Okay, so have you ever done that deep inner work, maybe meditation or therapy?
Yeah.
Felt amazing, clear, radiant, and then you step back into daily life and suddenly feel shaken, drained, or even like you've picked up negativity again.
Absolutely. It's a common experience.
Zorrion says that's precisely why. Your luminous body expanded, shed its old armor. It needs dedicated time and focused intention to build a new, strong layer of protection.
Right. And this sensitivity, it's not a weakness. He frames it as an invitation to create your auric field, anew, stronger and more aligned than before.
Ah, so an opportunity.
Exactly. A crucial chance to build a more resilient, energetic structure. Not just bouncing back, but actually evolving beyond where you were before.
So once that deep clearing is done and we understand this vulnerability, it's time for the really vital part, repair and strengthening. Zorrion uses this beautiful core analogy here. Think of your auric field like a magnificent tapestry woven with threads of lying light. Every thought, feeling, lesson, interaction, it all adds a thread to this complex fabric.
And the challenge after cleansing is that when you remove a heavy energetic patch or knot, maybe an old trauma or limiting belief, it leaves a literal gap or a loosened weave in that tapestry.
Like a hole in a sweater.
Pretty much, yeah. The light threads that were around that old wound or attachment are now just floating free, looking to reconnect. And if you don't address it, that tear can widen, makes the field more permeable.
So the solution then is that it becomes vital to reweave the loose threads and tighten the seams of light, holding your energetic body together. It sounds like a very intentional, almost artistic process.
It really is.
Repairing is about mending the actual fabric of your energy field, fixing any tears left by releasing the old stuff. Like a skilled tailor using fine stitches, you have to mend your aura with focused intention and love. Consciously pulling in new threads of pure energy, weaving them into the fragile spots to get that integrity and coherence back.
Absolutely. You're actively participating in your own energetic design. It's like a sacred craft of self-creation.
And doing this can genuinely feel like coming back to yourself, right? Like scattered energy pieces gracefully fitting back together.
Definitely. Zorrion points out that the light that's already within you actually begins to stitch itself back when you recognize it and give it direction.
That's powerful.
It is. You can even think of it like tuning the strings of an instrument. Each luminous thread is gently adjusted to its perfect tension until your whole field just sings with a single, clear, harmonious note. It's all about restoring that energetic coherence, so every part resonates together instead of fraying, and that helps prevent those re-entry wounds we talked about.
Okay, so once the reweaving is done, the tapestry is whole again. The next crucial step Zorrion talks about isn't just mending, it's sealing the field. And this is where we need to tackle a big misunderstanding, because Zorrion really stresses this. Sealing your auric field is not about closing yourself off to the world.
Right.
It's not about building some fear-based, impenetrable shell. That's a common reaction, maybe, but not the real point of this work.
Precisely. So many people link boundaries with closing off, building walls, often out of fear, trying to avoid negativity. But Zorrion flips that completely. He teaches that true energetic sovereignty isn't isolation. It's about defining your own clear frequency. So sealing is described as an act of fine-tuning your boundary to a specific harmonic quality, setting a resonant tone. That tone clearly defines what's welcome in your space and what should stay outside.
So like tuning a radio.
Kind of, yeah. Imagine the edge of your aura as this vibrant membrane of light. When your frequency is coherent, high, only energies that match or complement that vibration can actually pass through. Dissonant frequencies carrying discord, harm, they just naturally bounce off or dissolve upon contact. They can't resonate with your refined signature. It's a very sophisticated filter.
That difference between sovereignty and isolation is huge.
Yeah.
So the main message is, sealing is about sovereignty, not isolation. You're consciously choosing the station on which your energetic radio transmits and receives.
Exactly.
Making sure only signals in harmony with your chosen state can interact with your inner world. And that doesn't shut you down. It actually makes positive exchanges better, clearer, more authentic because you're coming from strength and definition.
Indeed. With a sealed aura, you're not constantly buffeted by every lost emotion or thought form floating around. That can be so draining.
Oh, yeah.
Instead, you interact with the world from a stabilized field that invites only authentic resonance. Zorrion compares it to tuning your aura's melody to a sacred note. Anything that can't sing along in that key just fades into the background.
Like a lighthouse.
Exactly like a lighthouse. You project your light clearly, compatible ships are drawn in, others naturally steer clear. Through this vibrational refinement of your auric edges, you reclaim your energetic security, your sanctity, but without diminishing your openness to genuine high vibration experiences.
That's the key part.
It is. You become well protected and yet ever receptive to truth, able to share your light without being afraid of getting depleted.
All right, so we understand the aura's living nature, the vulnerability after clearing, and why repair and sealing are so vital. Let's dive into the practical tools Zorrion offers, the how-to. And one of the most accessible and maybe surprising tools is just your breath.
Your own breath, yeah. As Zorrion explains it, it's so much more than just breathing air in and out. It's a means of drawing life force and weaving it through your energetic field. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this simple sacred practice lets you actively participate in your own energetic design.
Right.
It's a fundamental way to consciously align your inner and outer worlds using something you always have with you.
So how do we actually use it for this?
Zorrion guides us to breathe slowly and consciously. On the inhale, you visualize these fine photonic threads of light coming directly from the source. See them as golden sunbeams or silver star rays, pure healing energy filling your heart.
Okay.
Then, as you exhale, you imagine these threads flowing out from your center, gently stitching themselves into the fabric of your aura. It's very intuitive.
Wow, like a loom.
Exactly. Each breath becomes a loom. Inhale gathers divine light. Exhale gently weaves it through any weak spots or tears in your field. And as you practice, you can actually feel this new light spreading evenly, like a warm breeze extending silk over a frame.
So you pay attention to the sensations.
Definitely. You'll start noticing areas that maybe felt weak, porous, a bit cloudy, becoming distinctly brighter, more substantial. And the beautiful part is, your intention directs the light. If you sense a weak spot maybe over your shoulder, behind your back, just consciously send the next breath right there to mend it.
And the effect is pretty immediate.
It can be, yeah. In just a few minutes of focused practice, your aura can feel noticeably more uniform, whole, resilient. The visualization ends with you being effortlessly enveloped in an impeccable sphere of light, perfectly balanced, centered around you, a complete luminous orb. It's a great way to quickly restore that integrity.
Okay, tool number 2. Zorrion talks about infusing the field with pure cosmic vitality, specifically from our sun.
Yes, he describes our sun as the most potent and loving source for us on Earth, a benevolent star constantly sending out life-giving energy. You consciously give permission for these golden solar energies to cascade into your auric sphere, revitalizing every layer with the new light codes.
And you can do this physically, like standing in the sun.
You can. Standing under the morning or midday sun, eyes closed, heart open, really inviting that sunlight to penetrate your field. Or if you're inside or it's night, you can just visualize a radiant sun above you, sending gentle beams of plasma and photonic light onto the top of your aura.
So the intention is the main thing.
Intention is key, absolutely. As you do this, feel the warmth, the brilliance falling through your sphere, as if you were a crystal clear lake now illuminated by the dawn. Zorrion explains sunlight doesn't just wash the surface, it permeates your energetic body, delivering information and healing at a subatomic level.
Information? How does that work?
Well, he describes it as these rays carrying coded frequencies, like tiny data packets of pure life force intelligence. They carry specific instructions, healing information. These codes interact with the aura's cells, essentially reminding them of their original divine vibrations, stimulating self-repair and coherence.
Okay, so any opacity or fatigue in the field lights up. Dark spots transmute.
Exactly. They transmute into a golden glow, like shadows disappearing as the sun rises high. You might even feel your aura kind of hum or tingle pleasantly as it absorbs this nourishment.
Like a plant turning to the light.
Perfect analogy. Your energetic field drinks the solar essence and blooms, becomes more vibrant, more alive. In moments, your whole sphere can feel more luminous, charged with a soft power, both energizing and calming. A truly living, radiant field renewed by cosmic fire.
Now, beyond the soft shimmer, Zorrion brings in the idea of structure. An intricate mesh of energy, an energetic exoskeleton.
Yes, this provides vital structure and strength to your field. Some sensitives actually perceive this. They see intersecting lines of light or a sacred geometric pattern woven into the aura. It's the hidden framework giving your aura its integrity.
Like scaffolding, or the matrix inside a crystal.
Precisely. It's this underlying structure that keeps everything aligned. Activating and reinforcing this subtle grid ensures your aura maintains its form and integrity under any conditions. It's like an invisible energetic support system. It holds the blueprint of your highest vibration, constantly guiding your field back to its optimal, authentic state.
So a strong mesh means the field doesn't get easily distorted or pierced by outside stuff.
Exactly. Whether it's dense emotions from others or just chaotic environmental energy, it lets the aura naturally bounce back to its harmonious form, just like a well-built house remains firm in a gale.
And how do we strengthen it?
It gets stronger every time you consciously infuse your field with high-frequency light and focused intention, like through the breath work or the solar codes we just talked about. It's all connected.
So as you practice, you can try to feel this subtle grid sensation. Or visualize the filaments of light connecting everything.
Yes. Recognizing and strengthening this inherent structure really anchors the frequency of your field durably. It makes it much easier to maintain those new, higher vibrations you've cultivated, because the aura's architecture itself now supports and remembers that harmony. It becomes your default state.
Okay, next tool. Sacred sound.
Right. Zorrion emphasizes that sound is vibration made audible. And since your aura is vibrational, it responds beautifully to tones and harmonies. By consciously using your voice or resonant instruments, tuning forks, crystal bowls, even a simple drum, you can literally sing any remaining microfissures or weak spots closed in your field.
Wow, so how would you do that? Chanting.
You could. Simple vocalizations work well, like a gentle chant or just a sustained vowel sound, or ah. Let the vibration resonate deep in your chest and throat. Then imagine that sound wave spreading out through your whole luminous sphere. Feel the tone filling your field, gently pressing any loose threads back into place, sealing small gaps with its resonance.
And he mentions language of light.
He does, for those familiar with it. These intuitive, nonlinear vocal expressions. He suggests just allowing it to flow with the intention of auric healing, trusting the unique frequencies will find where they're needed.
What, you don't have to do that?
Oh no, absolutely not. Zorrion reassures that even a soft hum or just listening to harmonious music with focused intention can be very effective. The key thing, though, is the intention behind the sound. That's paramount, not just making noise.
Got it.
You visualize your aura being bathed in a symphony that restores its perfect order. Sensing the vibrations subtly realigning your energetic matrix.
So in this sonic embrace, every part starts vibrating together, strengthening that cohesive seal. That sounds lovely, actually.
It really is a beautiful and accessible way to bring your energy into deep harmony.
Okay, let's talk about the outermost boundary. Zorrion describes it functioning very much like a magnetic membrane in the energetic sea.
Yes. When it's properly calibrated through your conscious practice, this outer layer naturally filters incoming energies. It gets good at attracting what genuinely nourishes you and gently deflecting anything that could harm or destabilize your field.
So how do you visualize that, charging it up?
Kind of. Imagine the surface of your aura charged with the preferred vibration of your soul. Maybe love, peace, clarity, whatever resonates with you. This charge creates a magnetic effect. Compatible frequencies around you are drawn in, welcomed. Dissonant vibrations, they're repelled or bounced off.
Like Earth's magnetic field?
Exactly, protecting the planet from harmful solar winds but letting vital sunlight through. Your auric membrane is a living, conscious filter. It knows what helps you thrive.
And practically, Zorrion says this means when you maintain a strong, positive vibe.
You often notice you encounter more kind people, helpful situations. Negative influences just naturally recede. Conversely, if you're in a lower state, negativity tends to cling more easily.
Makes sense.
So by actively charging the edge of your aura with high-frequency intention, you create this protective magnetism around yourself. It acts like a beacon.
So visualize your sphere surrounded by a soft magnetic field tuned to your highest good.
Yes, see it attracting golden healing vibrations like iron filings to a magnet.
Right.
And at the same time, forming an invisible barrier. Any erratic or discordant energy just slides off and returns to sender neutralized before it even gets in.
The result sounds like moving through the world with much more ease. Knowing your aura is actively helping select what comes in.
Precisely. Greater ease and grace, knowing your own field is helping invite energies that truly serve your evolution.
And we can take this magnetic membrane idea even further, consciously programming it.
Yes, this is a really powerful step. Zorrion explains you have the ability to consciously program the very edge of your auric field with a specific energy pattern of your choice. Think of it like encoding your personal frequency signature right into that outer membrane, setting your default energetic broadcast.
So I decide what quality I want the world to feel when it encounters my energy, like unconditional love, calm, sovereignty, joy.
Exactly. Pick what feels authentic. Then, Zorrion instructs you to infuse that chosen quality into the surface of your aura. Visualize it like an energetic calling card that goes ahead of you.
And doing this means your field starts transmitting that vibration outward, signaling the tone of your space.
Right. It gently signals to others the desired tone. So anyone looking to engage with you energetically gets this subtle invitation or maybe request to rise in resonance with your tone.
For instance, if I program peace into my aura's edge,
An agitated person nearby might feel an unspoken nudge to calm down. If they can't align with that peace, they might find it hard to stay in your space long, or their energy just won't penetrate your field. This practice sets the terms of interaction. Your boundary becomes a gate opening only to those aligned with your chosen signature, not just a passive door.
and crucially, Zorrion says this isn't done with ego or judgment.
No, absolutely not. It's about self-love and clarity. You're simply radiating your true essence with enough strength that others naturally need to adjust to meet you there, or they just move on.
The result sounds like much more authentic, secure interactions. Only those willing to honor your vibration naturally draw close, creating more harmony.
Exactly. More harmony, more respect in your energetic exchanges.
Okay, as we move towards finalizing this seal, there's a really crucial prep step before the final application, isn't there? Getting rid of residual static.
Yes, that's vital. Zorrion explains that just navigating dense places or emotionally charged situations, this kind of low-frequency static can cling to the periphery of our aura. It's like energetic dust bunnies. Lost vibrations, not really ours, maybe from conversations, public transport, collective anxiety, they've just hitchhiked onto our field.
And they can cause interference later. Mood swings, feeling sluggish.
They can, subtly. So before that final seal, it's really important to gently shake off and release this residual static. Use your inner vision. Scan your luminous sphere for any cloudy or heavy spots that feel foreign, stagnant. Maybe it shows up as a faint discordant hum, a heavy patch, a grayish mist somewhere in your aura. You need to get attuned to your field's pure state.
And how do we clear it? Breath.
Breath is great. Take a strong, deep inhale, then powerfully exhale. Visualize any adhered debris being blown out of your field, sent to Earth for neutralization, transmutation, or imagine a quick cascade of purifying light washing your aura top to bottom, clearing out anything that isn't yours.
Physical movement helps too.
It can, yeah. Shaking your hands vigorously, brushing down your arms and legs, even making a short, sharp sound can help physically dislodge it.
And the key is the command.
Yes, the key directive Zorrion gives is to do this with the clear command that everything not of your essence must leave now. Do this brief but crucial cleanse and you'll feel your field become sharper and truly yours again. Energetically distinct, clear. Only then should you seal the aura completely, confident you're locking in only your own light and the higher energies you welcome. No stray shadows inside.
Okay, ready for the core action? Applying the final seal. Described as a thin, crystalline, transparent layer around your auric sphere. It's a visualization and a strong intention.
Exactly. You're instructed to imagine a clear, shining film of crystalline light gently descending around your entire aura, perfectly conforming to its shape. Visualize it shimmering with translucent rainbow reflections, like a delicate soap bubble, a protective energy cocoon, or a thin layer of perfect crystal glass.
But it's light and breathable, not restrictive.
Extremely light and breathable, yes. It does not impede the natural flow of energy within your field. It doesn't make you feel closed off or isolated. You can still feel and exchange love and wisdom through it.
Yet, it's unbreachable to lower vibes.
That's what Zorrion stresses. Despite its lightness, it's unbreachable to any lower vibrations or unwanted forces. Once this crystalline membrane is consciously set, your auric field is completely sealed in the highest sense, meaning only energies aligned with your light can enter or exit. All that's truly you remains contained and protected within. It's your personal, energetic force field.
And to really feel it, Zorrion says to scan the inner surface mentally.
Yes, scan the inner surface of this shell. Notice how smooth and strong it feels, how it effortlessly reinforces the boundary you've set. You can even touch it with your mind's hand and feel its resilience, like the tempered glass of a divine vessel. Gives you that quiet sense of security.
And then the affirmation, state it consciously, this seal is now active.
Right. Zorrion says it serves as your personal auric armor, transparent, elegant, almost invisible day to day, yet powerful enough to deflect any stray negativity. The outcome is profound. Within this shining crystal egg of your own energy, you are safe, sovereign, and whole. Open to truth and love, but protected from harm. It's embracing your inherent energetic power.
Zorrion clarifies, sealing isn't just about protection, it also serves a deeper purpose, securing the new light you've gained.
Exactly, so it can fully integrate into your being. Remember all those new insights, higher energies, better vibrations that came in during the clearing and recalibration, new feelings of peace, maybe, more confidence after letting go of old fears, even subtle energetic downloads from your higher self or guides.
Relative shifts.
Sealing helps you keep those. Think of it like setting precious gems into the fabric of your field, or planting seeds of light into the fertile soil of your consciousness. With your aura sealed in crystalline clarity, you don't lose these gifts. They're securely contained, ready to be absorbed, become a permanent part of you.
So how do we help that integration?
Zorrion suggests just breathing a few times, focusing on each positive shift you've noticed since the clearing. For example, if you released fear and gained confidence, visualize the energy of confidence settling now into your mental, emotional, physical layers. If you welcomed new joy, see those frequencies spinning within their sealed sphere, anchoring into place layer by layer.
You might feel gentle waves or tingles.
You might, yeah, as the new codes assimilate, like a glaze that penetrates your whole being. This conscious integration ensures the progress you made isn't fleeting. It becomes an embodied part of you. Your whole system aligns with your elevated state. It becomes your new normal. It's the difference between a temporary high and a permanent energetic upgrade.
Okay, as we keep refining this, we need to remember emotions, right? Your emotional state plays a fundamental role in the tone and stability of the aura. Emotions are like energy currents flowing through you, radiating out. So what happens if we try to seal when we're feeling turbulent?
That's the problem. If you seal your aura while your emotional waters are turbulent, those inner waves can create distortions, tensions within that newly sealed bubble, maybe even create weak spots. So emotional calibration is an essential part of this process. Zorrion tells us to take a moment to gently check in with how you're feeling. If anxiety, anger, sadness are still there, he encourages you to address it with compassion before completing the auric recalibration. Acknowledge it. Don't stuff it down.
So, hand on heart, breathe slowly, send love or reassurance to the parts feeling upset.
Exactly. Acknowledge these feelings, let them flow and move out like storm clouds passing, rather than suppressing or bottling them up. Zorrion explains that as your emotional body calms down, you'll distinctly notice your auric field respond. It becomes even more coherent and clear, mirroring your inner state.
Like tuning an instrument again.
Perfect. Your heart's the central string. When it's in tune, the whole instrument resonates beautifully. When your heart and emotions vibrate with peace or gratitude, your aura senses it in that same harmony. Sealing your aura when you're calm and emotionally calibrated consolidates a healthy frequency, ensures what you project and attract isn't colored by unresolved stuff. It's a commitment to self-consolation and emotional honesty as part of the practice. Aligning your heart's rhythm gives your aura a stable foundation, making the seal truly effective and graceful.
And to boost the aura's strength even more, Zorrion suggests synchronizing it with the heartbeat of the earth beneath you.
Yes. Consciously aligning your field with Gaia's natural frequencies, it gives an incredible stable foundation, a grounding force, like plugging into a massive benevolent power source.
So the earth has a rhythm, a heartbeat.
A gentle magnetic rhythm, a subtle heartbeat, always there. When you consciously tune in, it's like connecting your aura to a much larger circuit of stability and support, a foundational energy grid.
How do we do that? Roots.
Imagine roots of light, yeah. Vibrant, strong, going from the base of your spine or your feet deep into the Earth's core. Feel that comforting vibration of the planet's energy, maybe a subtle hum or a soft drumbeat in your awareness. Then, with clear intention, just allow your entire auric sphere to synchronize with that beat.
You might feel your energy clicking into a calmer rhythm, matching the Earth's breath.
You might, yeah. A deep sense of rootedness, peace. This grounding anchors all the work you've done on your aura, keeps it solid, present, embodied here and now. You become less prone to being unbalanced by sudden events or energies. Your field instinctively knows how to return to the Earth's base frequency, like a homing beacon.
And there's another benefit, Gaia's upgrades.
Exactly. By synchronizing, Zorrion says you open yourselves to these supportive upgrades that Gaia is receiving and transmitting during these times of collective evolution. Earth is on an ascension journey, too. Its energy offers guidance, nourishment to those in sync. When your aura harmonizes with Earth's field, you move in sync with the natural energetic flows around you, a seamless, supported existence. It's a powerful way to stay connected, nourished by the ground you walk on, ensuring your aura isn't just sealed, but deeply rooted.
Okay, so all this work, breath, sun, weaving, sealing, emotions, Earth connection, it isn't just for quiet time alone, is it?
No, not at all.
The ultimate goal, Zorrion says, is for your field to remain coherent and sealed while you're just living life. Walking down the street, talking, working, everyday stuff, you're learning to carry your sacred space with you wherever you go, literally.
And Zorrion suggests starting by just keeping a part of your consciousness on your field as you go about your day. Visualize your luminous sphere moving with you, like a soft, perfectly formed bubble, always enveloping you evenly. Notice what it feels like to walk with this awareness. That your energy isn't scattering, leaving bits behind. It stays contained, flows, adapts, but never breaks. That awareness is key.
And in stressful situations, those times you usually feel drained.
Remember to pause, breathe, and feel that crystal seal still intact around you. Zorrion explains you can speak and act through the membrane of your aura, meaning you express yourself honestly, authentically, but without letting chaotic energy in or out uncontrollably. You communicate from your sovereign space.
Takes practice, I imagine.
It might initially, yeah, but it gets more natural. Try setting a morning intention. My aura remains whole and shining throughout all my interactions today, a beacon of my true self.
And by doing this consistently, you might notice feeling less drained at day's end.
Significantly less drained, potentially, because your energy has been contained, protected, even while you're giving generously. Over time, it becomes natural. The sealed, coherent field moves as you move, like a loyal companion, an extension of your body. You start seeing your aura as an active, conscious part of every experience, holding your harmony even in the middle of a busy life, like your own portable sanctuary.
So, with all this detailed work, how do you actually know your aura is fully recalibrated and sealed? What are the signs?
Zorrion gives some tangible, experiential clues you can look for. First, probably a new level of ease and clarity in daily life. A key sign is a sense of effortless presence. You feel deeply here and now without constantly needing to ground yourself or push away interference. There's this quiet confidence buzzing in your field, feeling totally centered in yourself.
Emotional stability, too.
That's another huge marker, yes. Your moods stay more stable and serene, even when stuff happens that used to shake you badly. It's not about being emotionless or numb, more like feeling an underlying, consistent peace. You're just less swayed by external drama or other people's emotions.
Magnetic clarity. What's that?
You might notice you possess a certain magnetic clarity. Other people just respond to you with more respect, calm, or positivity, even if they don't know why. Interactions might flow better. Others subconsciously sense your strong, balanced energy and kind of adjust their approach. They meet you on that higher frequency.
More synchronicities.
Possibly, yeah. With a focused, coherent field, your energy more easily attracts corresponding experiences and opportunities aligned with your higher vibration.
And intuition gets stronger.
Definitely. With a clear, coherent aura, Zorrion says you become like an antenna tuned to higher frequencies. It might be easier to pick up on the emotions or thoughts of others while still having strong boundaries, remember your filter is working, or get telepathic nudges and inspirations from your higher self, your guides.
Meditation gets deeper, too.
Meditation, creative thinking, they can both deepen because there's simply less background noise in your energy field. Clearer reception, more profound insights.
So overall, a fully recalibrated aura leaves you feeling whole and empowered.
Profoundly whole and empowered, yes. The outside world might still be chaotic, but inside your luminous sphere, you carry this sanctuary of balance and light. And it subtly but powerfully influences everything around you for the better. It's a fundamental shift in how you experience life.
This leads us to a really profound idea from Zorrion, the collective impact. What happens when individuals with strong sealed auras come together?
He says the effects are exponential. Each person's coherent field becomes a building block in a larger matrix of light, contributing to something much bigger than the sum of its parts.
So in group meditations, healing circles, conscious communities.
Exactly. Any gathering of souls aligned in higher purpose. Zorrion asks us to imagine it as a network of luminous orbs. Each person connected not by losing boundaries, but by intentional beams of energy flowing freely, consciously. Because each individual aura keeps its own integrity, its high vibration, their union is pure and synergistic, not muddled by leaks or imbalances you might get in unsealed fields.
So the collective field becomes stable and amplified. A sacred geometry of souls.
Beautiful phrase, isn't it? In that unified space, energy flows smoothly, consciously between people. No fear, no energetic clinging. For example, if one person in the circle gets a divine insight or a wave of healing energy, it can effortlessly spread through the group network, touching everyone there. Each person elevates the others without depletion, because their boundaries allow sharing only through resonance and conscious consent.
I think many people have felt that meditating or praying with like-minded groups, that palpable amplification of presence and power, feeling lifted beyond yourself.
Absolutely. And with fully recalibrated sealed auras, Zorrion says this effect gets even stronger. The collective energy becomes a radiant tapestry, each thread strengthening the whole. Intentions set within that unified field are greatly potentiated. Whether it's sending love to the planet, manifesting goals, elevating consciousness, it shows the real power of conscious energetic connection.
And the beauty is, each individual remains sovereign, their personal sphere intact, but all are unified in a higher frequency bond.
That's how Zorrion explains enlightened communities create energetic strongholds of light, through many sealed suns uniting their rays, forming a brilliant network that nothing of lower vibration can resist. It's a powerful vision of collective evolution without losing individuality.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, what does this all really mean? For us, for the world?
Well, this deep understanding of the aura, it isn't just about personal wellness or feeling protected. It's about recognizing your inherent ability to become a beacon, a source of stable, high vibration light, subtly but powerfully influencing the collective energy field around you. One radiant person at a time. The ultimate purpose of recalibrating your field is to step into your life as a sovereign and radiant being, to live, as Zorrion puts it so beautifully, as a living sun walking on earth.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? Imagine yourself, just for a moment, as a whole, self-sufficient sun, shining brightly with your own authentic light. Your aura becomes this impeccable orb around you, a golden crown that both protects and blesses. And just like the physical sun can't be put out by darkness, Zorrion assures us your sealed energy field is untouchable by negativity. Lower vibrations just dissolve in the high-frequency brilliance you emanate. They can't get in. The idea that your simple presence, just you being sovereign and sealed, can be a blessing to every life you touch. That's a really transformative thought, isn't it?
It truly is.
Imagine the impact of living each day as your own self-sustaining sun, radiating your authentic truth without fear.
And Zorrion concludes with this. The truth of our unity is always before us, and the dawn of the new world is near. So, considering everything we've talked about today, understanding the aura, the tools for repair, the collective effects, how might the conscious, widespread strengthening of individual auras actually accelerate this new world? How could it foster a more harmonious reality, not just for us individually, but for everyone?
Yeah, to take a moment with that, really mull over what it means to walk in peace and in power, shining your authentic truth for all to feel and maybe resonate with.